Good afternoon, friends. Savage 180 bringing you some daily fuel. I think that I found a little window where I can talk finally, thanks to good old Tylenol and ibuprofen and a beautiful prayer that my wife prayed over me earlier. I'm going to give this my best shot, but I wanted to get this out before the week started, as I feel that this is something that someone out there needed to hear. And I titled today's session, Give Up and Give In. You know, life can be very challenging. Strep throat, flus, relationships, bills, employment, the rising cost of goods, trying to please everyone around you all the time, parenting in this crazy world. I mean, gosh, all this could just become so overwhelming and exhausting. So I figured out a way to relieve these enormous burdens that we really think are ours to carry. Just give up. And I'm not saying to literally give up. I'm saying to give up and let Jesus give in. Give your worries, your anxieties up to him so that he can give in to you his peace that passes all understanding. You know, oftentimes we give our burdens over to the Lord, but then we still hold on to them for some reason, you know, thinking that our way is better. Just give up. You know, I've given so many things over to the Lord, and when things don't work out, you know, the way that I expect them to, I took the burden back into my own hands, you know, thinking that I can handle it better than he can. Does that sound familiar to you? You ever done that? Well, I think there's a psychological imbalance that we have where, you know, we think our ways are better than his ways. You know, I can't expect peace in this life or joy if I hold on to the things that only he can fix. And we are the ones really who cause most of the stress in our own lives, if you think about it. I remember I lived in a house with about 16 drug dealers in Seminole. And I'll never forget this. I remember waking up one morning while a friend of mine who's now passed away, overdosed on heroin, was strung out, and he was painting on with bright orange spray paint on my wall. And it was a quote by Charlie Brown. I'm talking about the human Charlie Brown from 1956, not from Peanuts. and the quote said this. It says, we are the architects of our own imprisonment. And I've never forgot that quote. We create our surroundings. We create our issues and stressors most of the time. Right? So I've learned to give up everything I have and everything I do to the Lord. I give up my career. I give up my finances. I give up the way that I parent to the Lord. I have to condition my mindset to an understanding that all that I have is from the Lord. I give up to him so that he can give in to me. I gave up to him the worries of my needs being met. I give up to him on trying to please everyone around me. I gave up to him trying to figure out how to get off of drugs. I gave up to him trying to figure out why my life was such a disaster. And he gave in to me the answers. You see, the burdens of this life were not meant for us to carry. So in closing, if you're tired, if you're feeling overworked, if you're stressed out over making ends meet, try giving up so he can give into you an incredible amount of joy and peace. You will sleep better. You'll have more peace in your life. You'll have more of a sustained joy by simply giving up everything to him so that he can give in to you. And most of the time, we get this backwards. You see, we give in to ourselves and we hold all of these things in, the anxieties, the worries, things that aren't designed for us to hold. And in turn, we give up on Jesus. When we hold on and try to control life, it leaves no room for Jesus to do his work in us. So give up and empty yourself. Then there becomes room for him to give in to you. May the peace of Jesus be upon you. And I hope you guys have a stellar rest of the weekend and a beautiful week. May Jesus bless you.